What's up, fabricators or future fabricators or whoever you are happen to be watching this video right now? As you can see from the first shots I took here, it's snowing outside right now. And although this morning I spent a couple of hours wiring out in the garage, I got really cold because it's really cold out there. It's a lot easier to weld when it's cold because once you start welding, everything's hot and you kind of warm up a little bit. So it's actually not half bad welding on a nice cold winter day. But it's snowing, and when I'm wiring, my fingers get really cold, so I can only do it so long before I have to come inside and have some soup, which I just did, so I'm all warmed up now. That being said, now that I'm freshly warmed up, I don't want to go back out into the garage yet and get cold, so I decided to finally do a video on how much money I've spent on the Baja. Which it's going to be a lot, but you know what? I want to know how much I've spent on it, so it's time to do that video. Now, what I've done is, whenever I buy anything, I take the receipt and I put it in this file. Everything that I've bought for it so far is in here. So this is a compilation of 3 to 4 years of stuff that I've bought. And now the painful thing is, every single receipt in here cost me money. You know, this is a very expensive folder. There's also stickers in here. Anytime I buy something and it comes with stickers, I throw the stickers in here so that when the bug is actually painted, I'll go through the stickers and probably put some of those on there. I'm going to put it into a spreadsheet and then I'll go over the prices with you, and there's going to be a couple different variations of the prices because I built the rear suspension 3 different times. The front suspension twice. I built an air-cooled motor, then I took that off. Now I'm working on the Ecotech. So I'm going to have I'll have a total price, which is any dollar that I've spent on the Baja this far. Then I'll have another price of what I've actually put into what is actually down in the garage right now. That'll be a more accurate price of what that Baja would cost to build it if you guys wanted to build it. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go throw all this together, and then we can go over the prices. That might be a little rough. So I'll do some screenshots here, but I'll go through the categories so that with all my talking and rambling, with all the talking and rambling that I'm doing, I'm just going to go through right now, category by category, and break it out. I've got the Baja Bug itself, $3,000. That's just me buying the Baja. Then underneath there I have brake parts, and that total is $921.65. There's no change from every part that I've bought for the brakes I've used. Then from there I go to electrical, and for electrical there is $682 for how it is out there now. I've got $884 as the grand total. I brought a handful of lights that I didn't end up using, an LED light bar, a pair of headlights I didn't use, a couple other little things, nothing major. Then I've got rear suspension. The original grand total for the rear suspension was $2,684. After I went away from the trailing arm and just did the A-arm, the total for the A-arm was $2,124. And for the front suspension, the grand total was $3,665. After I went away from the trailing arm and went to the A-arm, the total for the A-arm was $2,721. Then I went to chassis parts. There's a lot of components of the chassis parts, because that's got all the raw materials, nuts, bolts, steel, all sorts of things, and the wheels, some steering components, all sorts of stuff in there. So the grand total of that is $3,481, and actually there's only one component which are the I bought a couple different pairs of seat belts, and I didn't end up using all of those. So the tally for what it is out there right now is 3,355. Then I've got engine, transaxle, and drivetrain. The grand total for that is 4,673. Then if you basically take all the air-cooled components out of that, it's 2,735 as it sits out there now. And then for shop supplies and tools, I've got 1,134. And I didn't actually carry that over to the build as the Baja is now, because that's really just, those are just things that I needed to buy in order to fabricate it. So like I said before, the grand total of everything is 20,444. And now if I take off the stuff that I didn't end up using, which because of that now I've got an air-cooled motor sitting in the basement here, I've got all sorts of empty brake parts, I've got a link pin beam suspension, I've got numerous engine parts, some fabrication parts, I've got just piles of spare parts, unfortunately. But so the grand total for how the Bug is out in the garage right now is 15,541. So those are the price breakouts. They're kind of steep, but like I said, that's over 3 years, and you know, I don't regret it. I've got what I think is an awesome and amazing Baja Bug out there that hopefully this summer I'll be able to be driving around on the trails and whatnot. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I see you on the next one. I hope you go out in the garage, shop, whatever, work on your own projects, and hopefully I see you in the next video. Take care.